Hello guys and gals, welcome back to the Nismo D21 channel here on YouTube. And she's home. It's November 1st, 2017. We got a few decent days left. It's getting colder, it's getting wetter. The snow is going to be here soon. But thanks to a buddy of mine with a good trailer, we went out and picked this up this morning. I paid for it on Sunday, got the title, and the guy was cool enough to hold on to it until today, so we drove out there and grabbed it. So here's a tour. This is a 1991 Nissan Pathfinder. It's an XEV6. It's a 4-door. It's actually, for this area of the country, it's in pretty remarkable shape. It really is. It's pretty clean underneath. I'll show you. Usually these things are crusty and completely just, the frames are just completely shot on them. This thing is in very, very good shape frame wise. I'll show you in here. Usually you see them break in this area here or up in here. It's just starting to flake a little bit. I mean, it really hasn't started its downward spiral into scrap yet, so I probably got a good couple years left out of this thing. I'll probably take a ball peen hammer, knock all this off, and then undercoat it just to try and preserve it. Here's some more shots of it underneath. Sorry if it's really dark. We don't have a lot of sunlight today. Cool thing about these trucks is they're 4-link suspension, so that's kind of cool for this. I mean, I wonder if there was a way. There's got to be a way to take that and adapt it to the hard body pickup truck, because I mean these are very, very similar trucks. So other than the blown head gasket, this thing definitely hit something good in the front. I mean, the bumper sticks out pretty far past the side here. Surprising that this survived. Same with the headlight. I can't believe the headlight survived. The grille did not. The hood did not. The bumper obviously is shot. This fender is pretty bad. But that's all cosmetic stuff. Cosmetics are probably the least of my concerns right now. The main problem with this truck, the main reason this thing was off the road, was that it has a blown head gasket. And it was caused by, sorry about the camera. It looks like the hose behind the thermostat housing ruptured. And it sprayed coolant all over the place. And popped the head gasket. Now I did get it to run for a few minutes. I did get it to run, and it was enough to be able to move it where it is sitting right now. But she's very low on compression and does not want to keep running, so it just quit. And I can't get it to restart now. But it's not locked up, which is good. It'll crank. It just doesn't have enough to get it going there, even with a battery pack on it, jumping it and whatnot. It did run for a little bit though. We were able to back it off the trailer and park it here. So a head gasket is definitely in order. We're gonna have to figure that out. Definitely not this year. We're pretty much indoor projects only at this point. Just because it's too cold. I don't feel like being out here laying on the ground and being in the snow, and you know it's pretty, aside from some crust here and some crust in an identical spot on the other side of the truck, this is pretty good. I mean, you can't really fake this stuff. Door corners are clean. I got a little bit of this going on right here. I mean, it's not perfect, but for what I paid for it, I'm not going to complain, really. So this is the XE model. The interior leaves a little bit to be desired. Someone was rough on it. That's red. It's missing a few pieces here and there, but I mean, it's nothing that can't be replaced. And no power windows, no power locks, which is good, because we don't like power around here. I'm not a big power guy. It had a radio, but I gave it back to the owner or to the previous owner, because, you know, I felt bad. He needs the money. But the good part is I got brackets for the radio for red now. Look at that. It's already starting to pay itself off. Yeah, it's got 199,000 miles on it. He says the air conditioning stopped working. I don't care. It's got intermittent wipers. That's cool. It's got cruise control. That's cool. It's got the power feature for the auto trans right there. It's got overdrive. It is four-wheel drive. Missing the armrest here. Got some garbage floating around in here. It does come with the new hoses though. Look at that. We got some new hoses here that probably put to use if I do decide to fix it. It's got the automatic release fuel door. These seats are not as good as the ones that I have in red right now, so these are going to stay in here. I was thinking red seats in red truck, but now I'm not. This has got the door handles broken off, so if I want to get in, I got to go through the passenger door. This is the back seat. One floor mat, coat hanger, and look at that. We got the factory deck, minus broken buttons. We got the factory deck with the factory bracketry. Jeez, I'll tell you, man, this is cool. This is like Christmas in July. There's the door handle. Interior, it's been smoked in. It smells like a cigarette smoker in here. Looks like the headrests have been removed from the back seats. Pathfinder. The pistons on the back door are shot, so that just doesn't want to stay up. Spare tire obviously is gone. Got some spark plug wires here. Looks like we got more floor mats. Only 3 floor mats. There's the battery hold down or something. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure what that went to. Guess we'll have to find out, huh? Some spark plugs. The speakers are still back here. It's quite filthy back here. Ooh. Got a nice piston jack. I keep those when I get them. They're handy. But if you look at the corners of the tailgate here, we've got no rust. It's pretty good. If I do decide to keep this thing, I'll probably end up stripping the interior. I'll make it more of like a truck. It'll definitely be more truck-like. Dent here, who cares? There's the passenger side, back, some garbage, whatever. I'll end up taking the carpet out of it. Now, here's what's left of the door handles. It's plastic door handles, man, I tell you. Every single one of them. Let's see if we got any case candy in the glove box here. Sometimes you get owner's manuals, original selling dealers manuals. This thing had a CB in it at one time. There's an antenna on the roof here, like an antenna mount, and then there's a mount mounted to the floor. You know, my parts truck had the same thing. Look at that! We got ourselves a owner's manual. Cool. Very cool. Just random pieces of paper, CB antenna mount stuff, pH test, who the hell knows. Cool, so we got an owner's manual, that's a good thing. Oh man, what else? I'm missing the lower dash section there. I've got a piece for that, it's blue, but still got it. This one's got a broken door handle as well. These tires and wheels are not staying with it. I did not buy it with these on it. These are just rollers. I've got to give them back to the guy. I have tires and wheels for this thing. they're also rollers, but they're mine. Some weird shit here. Side post. Somebody cut the cable and put a side post instead of a top post, even though the positive side is a top post. It does have one of these fancy warm air intake tubes, which really is kind of pointless at this point. And it looks like somebody's been in the mass airflow sensor there a little bit, because we got a ground wire here that's just hanging out, just chilling, or some kind of wire. I can't tell you if it's ground or not. It's just copper wire hanging out. That it's interesting. Interesting. So that's the tour. This is the newest project. I'm not too sure how quickly I'm going to be on this thing, but we'll get to it. It's just going to sit here for the winter, and I'm going to disconnect the battery, and we'll go from there. I got too many projects ahead of this thing. I've still got red to finish, I've got green to start, and then green to finish. I've got the Rallycross truck to get a new cab for and finish, and then this thing, and then I've also got my little speedy tractor that I've been working on here and there that I don't really cover on this channel because it's not a Nissan truck, so we don't really bother with that. But if it's got Nissan written on it and it's a truck, yeah, it's on this channel. So thanks for watching, guys. This was one of the easier moves I've had to do. A lot of times they're a pain in the butt, but this one seemed to want to be here, so welcome. And if you guys want to think of a name for this thing, just leave a name down in the comments, and the best name wins. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and more videos to come in the future. And some of them will involve a 1992 Nissan Pathfinder XEV6 with 200,000 miles on it and a blown head gasket. Take it easy.